Charlie, Ellie, great to see you both. First time I've seen you for a while. Post-match reaction, give me your thoughts.
Really disappointed. I thought Saints huffed and puffed a lot. Really, I think they worked really hard. That's how I felt. You know, they worked really hard to try and sort of get a result out of the game. They obviously took off Nathan Wood, and almost, am I right? Almost immediately after that, we conceded that second goal, which is a bit of a total breakaway goal. The goalie threw it out, released the guy, and he went. It was just got an assist in the goalie,
yeah.
So it was a really good move. It was really, really good. Yeah, it's got to be impressed, haven't you? So they real smash and grab, I think, in the end. I don't think. I mean, they were good. Stoke. They toiled away, didn't they? And
two quick, fast wide men.
They did. But I mean, I don't think they look like a team that's going to win the league. I don't think that. So I felt we should have won the game really. But yeah, in the end, it was just a little bit too much for us after that second goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough one to take after they went down to 10 men as well. Wasn't surprised actually to see him score the second, were you?
No, I mean, I think Stoke were good when it mattered, weren't they? Which we weren't. I mean, Flynn Downs has missed one, Ross Stewart's missed one, both that should have been
Ross
goals.
Stewart's missed.
Yeah, and it's just, I'm gutted, to be honest, is the only thing I feel at the moment.
It's a tough one to take. Do you feel like this week's a massive week for this football club? Because Will still needs backing, in my opinion. He needs players in, he needs two wide men. I still think he needs a striker, personally. I don't think the two that he's got are good enough. Not really.
Yeah, no, completely agree. I think, Ross Stewart looked a bit rusty, didn't he, and Downs looked lost. So I think someone else has got to come in because, Adam Armstrong in the middles, we know he's best along one of the sides, and he can't play in the middle all season. So yeah, he needs some backup completely.
What I don't understand is why Adam Armstrong's playing up front from the start of these games.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious last season. The season before that he wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I can sort of understand it if they're trying to knacker the defenders out, and then bring the substitutes on later. I can sort of get that maybe, but it's not very effective as a way of getting ahead in the football match, is it? Damien Downs, I think, he's come from Bundesliga 2. You sort of hope when you sign these players they're going to be a sort of revelation, don't you? But he looks a little bit, as Ellie says, he looks a little bit lost to me. He's maybe going to take sort of a few months to really bed in. Maybe he can be really good, but at the moment he just doesn't look up to the job, which is a shame.
Yeah, his first defeat for Will still. He's got to pull them together pretty quickly because Watford away next week. Massive game, isn't it? Go to Watford, Vicarage Road, not easy.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And I think, if we want to be, top of the league come May, the games, a game against Stoke is not one that you want to be losing. And now it just puts a little bit more pressure on the game next week at Watford. And it's got to be 3 points from that game completely.
Yeah, it has to be 3 points in that game. I want to chat to you about the window this week. What do you feel needs to happen?
Well, I mean, I agree with you. We definitely need a striker. We seem like we've got a lot of strikers, don't we?
Yeah.
It does seem like
There's no one that's that good.
No, we're abundant with strikers, and we've got strikers who should be good. Stewart should be good.
Yeah.
And Cameron Archer should be really good, but they just don't seem to be sort of gelling, or maybe they haven't got the confidence. I'd love Damien Downs to score a goal. I don't know if that'll make a difference. Any of them. I mean, Cameron. Do you remember when Cameron Archer missed the penalty against United last year? Yeah. It seemed to take it all out of him, didn't it? And I just feel he needs a goal. He might be really come good after that. But at the moment it feels to me like we need a really experienced or just someone who knows their way around the Championship. That would be really, really good.
Yeah, I feel that. Do you feel that there's a little bit, obviously not a little bit, there's a huge amount of damage from last season? And like going into today's game, it's a good time for Stoke to come to us, I felt, because we are just a little bit tentative at times and we are nervous, we're on edge.
Yeah, I think there's, a lot of these players that, have probably got the trauma from last season, isn't there? And that can make some nerves. And when you're nervous, sometimes that's not the best, it doesn't go very well, but it's tricky. We've got to start picking up some points.
I think they I don't think they're playing well. I don't think a lot of them are playing like they're really traumatised. I mean, Taylor Harwood-Bellis looked pretty good today. Nathan Wood, I thought he looked strong, and I was quite surprised when he went off. But I like the fact that he's sort of mixing up the tactics a little bit. That sort of, I was surprised he went off, but I was almost quite pleased that Will still was willing to do that. So it shows sort of balls on his part, doesn't it? But no, I don't know if they're playing like. I wouldn't sort of have thought of that as a reason. But yeah, clearly it was a incredibly traumatising season. The crowd, I think. Well, I'm in the northern end. I feel like we are.
What's it like up there?
I feel like we're right behind the team. Clapping them off at the end. I feel like we were really, really sort of vocal right until the end. That's being amongst it. That's what it felt like to me. So my voice is a little bit gravelly. as a result. we've had a good sing-song today, but in the end we haven't got the result we wanted, have we?
Next home game is Portsmouth here. The South Coast derby returns. Is a bit to be done before then?
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I think none of us are going to be very happy, are we? And if less than 3 points comes out of that game, so yeah, work to be done before that one, and it's a huge game coming up.
It is a huge game, isn't it, Charlie? The South Coast derby returning. How do you feel about it?
I feel really excited by it. I just don't think you can go into a game like you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what the result's going to be. Do you? Obviously hope you're going to win. I think this is a real test for Will Still now. I'm going to be really interested. I think he's more experienced than Russell Martin was when Russell Martin came here. And now he's lost an early game at home, which
how
is
you
not.
Bounce back, innit?
Yeah, it's how you bounce back. Let's see what he's really made of, because he should be in a position where he can handle this sort of situation. But it's the Championship. It's very different from what he's had before. So it'd be great to see how he gets on. And as you say, big week in terms of the transfer window. Let's see what happens.
I'm with Boise. I'm outside St Mary's. Post-match reaction. Southampton beaten by Stoke City this afternoon. Some thoughts on it?
Very frustrating afternoon, I thought, mate. Didn't think we looked that bad for the entirety of the game, but just, I don't know what we have to do to just get the ball in the box sometimes, first time. We're crying out, as we've just said off camera actually, that just for an actual proven goal scorer. And we've got some very good strikers at the club. At the moment, I'm not looking at any of them and thinking in this system they're going to be scoring goals for us. So
that one of those is going to go and score us 20 goals this season, like Adam Armstrong did. Adam Armstrong, I don't know where he fits into the side at the moment. Started as a 9 again today. I was surprised at that.
Very surprised. I think we just need to viva the back four. That's why I say we need to get a back four going. We need to get him back out on the right wing, where we know how great he was for Russell Martin. Will Still was a lot more direct, a lot more aggressive in his style of play, which for me would only bode better for Adam Armstrong. But we need to get him back out on that right wing and actually get him that freedom and creativity to kind of run in behind and roam around, because at the moment as a number 9 he's just not doing it.
Yeah, he's not doing it. Damien Downs coming at half-time. What are your thoughts on his performance?
I thought he looked livelier than he was against Wrexham, obviously a bit more longer to come on today. Listen, I'm hoping he comes good, but at the end of the day it's 2 games. It's still very early to judge him at the moment. Again, he's 20, 21 years old. That's a hell of a lot of pressure to lead the line for a team that are going to be expected to score goals and win games at the end of the day. So I think he definitely needs somebody to maybe play off of, maybe hold up play. By all accounts, he's a good link-up striker. But again, hell of a lot of pressure to score the goals for us.
Yeah, I thought Stoke were good today. So let's talk about Stoke. We have to give them a massive amount of credit, because they come here, top of the table, and their fans are really confident before, and I'm surprised at how confident they were. And then I look at the signings and the business they've done. I thought Millie Manhoff on the, I think he was played off the left-hand side. He was really good. He played off the right-hand side, Thomas off the left. Those 2 wingers were good.
Very much so. Their second goal, like, I kind of, when it went in, I kind of sat back in my seat and was sunken in, but brilliant goal for them. Like, that is a prime counter-attacking goal that you need to be able to score against these types of teams. You come to a team that you're not going to be favourites to win, despite being top of the table, and you sit back and you counter and look where it's gone. Fair play to them. I think Aaron Cresswell's a hell of a signing for them at left back as well. Real Championship experience.
They'll be fine this season. They have a good season, won't they?
Definitely. I mean, will they be at the top of the table in 44, however many games? Not too sure, but they're certainly not playing like they're going to be in trouble. That's for sure. Definitely, maybe could be a dark horse for playoffs. Who knows? Yeah,
very good manager at the helm as well. And Mark Robbins, thought he was superb today. Will Still, his first big test for him now. Got to get the players to bounce back really quickly in what is a really big week for the football club, isn't it? As we're heading to the back end of the transfer window, which will shut in just under a week's time. Watford, how are you feeling about that one?
It's hard, because I would like to think that we could bounce back in the week against Norwich, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's Norwich in midweek.
But that's not an easy game, like, we're not playing against a League 1 or a League 2 team, we're playing against a Championship team who are going to be there and thereabouts in promotion for us. I just think we need to back him. I think today's game showed there's nothing wrong with his tactics. I just think you need players that are going to be ready. You need players that are going to be proven for this level. Mads Roerslev, that's a really nice signing. I said to you before, kind of a bit caught us all off surprise. I think he'll bring experience for us where we need it. We need to bring experience in the middle of the park, someone who knows how to score a goal, play off of the players that we already have, just more creativity in general. Yeah, I totally agree. I really appreciate you coming on, mate. It's been a pleasure to talk to you.